Greetings, everyone. Quarrier. Time for a little movie review again. Tonight, went to go see Matrix Resurrection. And man, it's an interesting movie because it's kind of meta in a lot of ways. Uh, I kind of wish the opening scene took place later on, um, instead of how it was, how originally it was set up and everything. I kind of wish, like the opening scene goes maybe as a flashback or something later on, just to make things seem smoother, just to change up the feel of the movie a little bit, because this movie has two different feelings to it, which of course is the when Neo is uh, Thomas Anderson, where he's living a life in the Matrix, and then the rest of the movie is totally different. It's just, I don't know, man. This movie is just like, it's aware of itself in a lot of ways, and I don't want to spoil it too much because I'm sure a lot of people are gonna want to watch this, and it does change things up, and it does things that like are interesting, but also they just kind of like yada yada a lot of stuff that happened at the end of the original trilogy, which, jeez, 18, 19, dang, it was a long time ago. And they kind of talk about it in this movie. Like I said, it's kind of it's kind of aware of itself in a lot of ways, and it's interesting to see what they do with it. They call out a lot of different things, just what people talked about, what people thought about the original series, the original movie, just everything. And there's so many like like they kind of made fun of it in a way where it's like, man, people deep dive this thing probably more than what we wanted it to be, and made it something even more crazy. That's where they got the sequels from the original movie, and it became something completely bigger than what originally I think they thought. So this movie is definitely interesting. There's no end credit. Well, there is an end credit scene, but it's not really that important to the series. I mean, they kind of end the movie on like there's probably gonna be sequels to this because he left a couple things still open. So it's just, I don't know. It's interesting how they did this movie. Like, it was enjoyable enough. I mean, luckily there wasn't a lot of really slow parts, and those slow, if even the slow parts like went by pretty quick. There was a pretty good pace to the movie, uh, putting the action scenes and everything. The only thing I just hated was the action scenes, the melee action scenes, the gun action scenes, the gunplay and everything is perfect. It's just when you go hand to hand, it's like, I know they have these guys, like you could tell that it's good stunts and everything, but just the camera work, the shaky camera work, and it's just bad. Considering the other Matrix movies, you got to see more of the action, got to see a more steady shot, and a lot of it. I mean, I don't. It's been a while since I've seen the original trilogy, but I'm pretty sure that hand-to-hand combat action scenes are not shot as shaky as this one, and it's probably the weakest part of this movie. Um, as far as the acting, the storyline, and everything like that. I mean, everything else works really well for the most part. Like I said, that opening scene, I kind of wish they put it a little bit later, just to throw people off a little bit more as to what this movie is really about. So, yeah, it's all right. I definitely liked the King's Man, the King's Men, man, King's Man, yeah, better, especially as far as action and story. I mean, everything overall. But seeing the Matrix, of course, another movie about it, and just expanding on the world and everything was pretty cool. That, I mean, it's a cool lore, mythology to the whole Matrix and everything, and you know what led up to it and all that stuff, the Animatrix series, and it's cool. It's just I'm probably gonna have to watch it again just to really get a feeling for it, or just think about it, because it's just one of those movies that it's good, but it's kind of it has to sit with you a little bit just to really appreciate the movie, I think. And honestly, that's the best I can say about it. I mean, if you're interested in it, check it out. I think you'll be entertained enough to, warrant the ticket price. But yeah, you're not gonna miss much. You could probably wait until it comes out on streaming or home DVD, Blu-ray, stuff like that. But overall, it was a good movie. Kingsman was a little bit better though, I think. But we'll see what comes up next. There's not any big movies, I think, until February. So we'll see what goes on. Maybe I'll pick something up just to review it before then. But till next time, guys. Later.